In a sunny farmyard surrounded by fields of golden crops, Farmer Joe had a problem. One morning, as he prepared to feed his animals, he discovered his corn bin was nearly empty. "Who could have taken my corn?" he grumbled. He looked around and saw a little rat scurrying near the barn. "It must be Ratty," Farmer Joe declared. "Rats are always up to no good." Ratty froze in place, his tiny whiskers twitching. "I didn't take your corn, Farmer Joe. You can't just blame me because I'm a rat." Farmer Joe waved him off. "I don't need proof. Rats have a bad reputation for a reason." Feeling hurt and determined to clear his name, Ratty went to see his friend, Ralph, the smartest rat in the field and a skilled lawyer. "Ralph, Farmer Joe is blaming me for stealing the corn, but I didn't do it. He's judging me just because I'm a rat," Ratty explained. Ralph adjusted his tiny glasses and picked up his briefcase. "Don't worry, Ratty. We'll take this to court and make sure the truth comes out." The next day, the barn was transformed into a bustling courtroom. Animals from all over the farm gathered to watch the trial, whispering and rustling in excitement. Judge Goose waddled to her high bench, wearing a solemn expression and a small pair of reading glasses. She tapped her gavel. "Honk! Order in the court! This is the case of Farmer Joe versus Ratty the Rat. Farmer Joe, state your claim." Farmer Joe stood confidently, clutching his hat. "Your Honour, my corn bin is empty, and I know Ratty is responsible. Rats are notorious thieves, always sneaking around and stealing food. It's common knowledge." Gasps rippled through the crowd. Ratty's whiskers twitched as he leaned toward Ralph, who gave him a reassuring pat on the back. Judge Goose raised her wing. "Farmer Joe, do you have any evidence to support your claim?" Farmer Joe hesitated. "Well, I saw Ratty near the barn the morning the corn was missing, and everyone knows rats have a bad reputation." Ralph adjusted his glasses and stood. "Your Honour, reputation is not evidence. My client is being unfairly accused based on assumptions. If Farmer Joe has no proof, we must consider other possibilities." Judge Goose nodded. "A fair point. Farmer Joe, do you have anything else to present?" Farmer Joe frowned. "No, but," Ralph interjected, "in that case, Your Honour, I'd like to call Turkey Tom to the stand." The crowd murmured as Turkey Tom waddled nervously to the witness stand. He fidgeted with his feathers and avoided eye contact with Farmer Joe. Ralph began, his tone calm but firm. "Tom, were you near the corn bin on the morning in question?" Tom gulped. I might have been." Farmer Joe leaned forward. "Speak up, Tom. What did you see?" Tom hesitated, his eyes darting to Ralph and then to Ratty. Okay, I'll tell the truth." The barn fell silent. Tom sighed. "It was me. I took the corn. I was hungry and it looked so delicious. I didn't think anyone would notice." Gasps erupted from the crowd. Farmer Joe's jaw dropped. Ratty's eyes widened in shock. Judge Goose tapped her gavel. "Order in the court! Tom, you've just confessed to the crime. Do you understand the seriousness of your actions?" Tom nodded, looking ashamed. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause so much trouble." Judge Goose turned to Farmer Joe. "Farmer Joe, it's clear that you accused Ratty without evidence, simply because of his reputation. What do you have to say for yourself?" Farmer Joe stood, his face red with embarrassment. "I'm sorry, Ratty. I shouldn't have judged you. I let my assumptions get the better of me." Ratty stood and addressed Farmer Joe. "Thank you for the apology, Farmer Joe, but it hurt to be blamed for something I didn't do. All I wanted was a fair chance to prove my innocence." Judge Goose nodded. "And prove it you did. Farmer Joe, as compensation for the damage to Ratty's reputation, I order you to pay him 100 corn kernels. Tom, you will assist Farmer Joe with chores to make amends for your actions." Tom nodded earnestly. "I'll do whatever it takes to make things right." Farmer Joe handed over the corn kernels with a sincere apology. Ratty accepted, smiling at Ralph. "Thank you for believing in me." Ralph adjusted his glasses. That's what friends and good lawyers are for. From that day forward, Farmer Joe made a promise to always look at the facts before jumping to conclusions. The farm animals learned the value of fairness, and Ratty became a symbol of resilience and justice for everyone on the farm.